It's actually kind of about rebirth.
Yeah.
In a spiritual, emotional way, but not for either one of our characters.
Yeah, it's for Shawn Christensen, who plays Richie. There's so many different parts of the film, but basically, there's this guy, and his sister calls him up and asks him to take care of his niece for a day, or for a night, or how you guys will get it eventually. And he kind of doesn't like kids. He's very irresponsible. He has problems with drugs, and he's just at a really, really bad point of his life. So he takes care of this kid, and this kid kind of pretty much hates him, and she's just very sassy, and she gives him a lot of attitude. And he basically goes through this journey with her throughout the night and learns a lot about her. She learns a lot about him, and eventually there's this friendship that we didn't expect to happen.
I had actually seen the short. The Shawn Christensen, who directed and starred in the short with Fatima, won the Oscar for Best Short Film last year. So I obviously had seen him up on stage holding the Oscars, and was excited to kind of see his work, get to know him. I had actually read a script of his that he wrote many, many years before that was a movie that never got made. So I was aware of Shawn and his talent. And I saw the short, and I loved it. I thought his visual style was cinematic and really bold, colorful, really interesting. I thought the performances were really good. But I wasn't really sure that there was any place for me in it, so I read the feature, loved it. He asked me to do a table reading for him, to read it out loud. I did. He asked me to be in the movie. I said no, because I was a little nervous to play a mom, to be honest.
She doesn't look the part, clearly. I mean,
But, I mean, Fatima's insanely talented, Shawn's insanely talented, and indies are to scare you. That's why you do them. They're not paychecks, they're because you love them and you want to challenge yourself. And I think Shawn is a real visionary guy, and I think he's going to go on to be one of the voices of the next generation of filmmakers. So I want to be part of it.
I'm gonna call out of work for a couple days. Just do it from home. This will work. This is fine.
You don't want anyone seeing you like this. That's why you called me, because you don't want your friends seeing you like this?
I have a lot of people that depend on me, okay? Unlike you. There's a lot of money on the line in what I do. I walk into that office with a black eye, with any scent of emotional baggage, it's done. Everything I worked for, gone. We come from different worlds.
I know exactly where we come from. And I know that we used to be friends. We used to be close.
That's what indie films are about. You get to make the film the way you want to make it, with no studio looking over your shoulder saying do this, do that to make it more commercial. The director gets to achieve his vision, and it's okay that there are no frills and there's no craft service really to speak of, because you get the movie that you know is the purest vision.
You're proud of it in the end.
Yeah, it's great.
I think it's like all the sweat and blood or whatever, the cheesy stuff. It's really, really worth it. Honestly, I think this was a little bit more of a passion project. Well, I think Curfew was really like the #1 passion project, and we just happened to get the Oscar. I don't think Shawn honestly wasn't aiming for it. He didn't even want to put it in festivals. His producers pushed for it, and finally he was like, okay. And then we won an Oscar. We're like, what? And yeah. So for the feature film,
She won an Oscar and was like, what?
we weren't expecting it.
That
I wasn't. Yeah, right. That happened. We got an I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. We weren't really aiming for it. So I guess with the feature film, it was kind of like he just wanted to expand more on it. It was his baby, and he was so proud of it. And I think it was a lot of sleepless nights for him too. So that's
It's a lot of responsibility for Shawn, because not only did he direct, write, produce, and star in the short film that won him the Oscar, but also now he's doing the feature, and he's #1 on the call sheet. He's writing it, he's producing it, he's directing it. So it was basically all of us there to support him to achieve his vision and make sure he didn't pass out while doing it, because that's just almost too much for one person to physically do.